Most men fall for the illusion. She's kind, she smiles, she listens, and you think, she's different. You give her your time, your energy, your heart. You stop guarding yourself because she feels right. But here's the truth most men learn too late. You didn't fall in love with her. You fell in love with how she acted when she was getting everything she wanted. And that version of her? That's not the real her. That's the honeymoon performer, the one who shows up when the game is still easy. But what happens when the giving slows down? When you say no? When you stop texting first? When you hold your ground? Most men never find out until it's too late. She's already flipped. She's distant, cold, disrespectful. Or worse, she's gone and she's taken a piece of you with her. So hear me clearly. If you don't test her now, she'll test your limits later. And by then, it won't be a test. It'll be a breakdown. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to test a woman early. Not to play games, not to manipulate, but to protect yourself before she drains your peace, your mind, or your future, because love should never cost you yourself. Let's begin. The first test, say no and watch closely. You don't need to argue. You don't need to yell. You don't need a long speech. All you need is to calmly say, no. That's it. Say no to something she expects you to say yes to. No, I can't come over tonight. No, I'm not comfortable with that. No, I have other priorities right now. Not with anger, not with attitude. Just quiet confidence. Now watch her. Because this moment is a mirror. How she reacts will show you who she really is. Every woman can be sweet when she's getting what she wants. Let's be honest, when a woman is being given attention, gifts, time, compliments, and support, it's easy for her to smile. It's easy for her to say, I care about you. Of course, she seems kind, she's receiving everything. But what happens when you stop giving on command? What happens when you don't say yes just to please her? That's when her mask slips. No is a boundary, and boundaries reveal character. Saying no is not disrespect. It's self-respect. When you say no, you're saying, Andija, I have a life. W1. W1. I have standards. End 1. W1. I'm not here to be used. W1. W. I won't betray myself to keep someone else happy. End 1. A mature woman, a woman who values you, will take a breath. She might be surprised. She might need a moment. But she'll adjust. She'll understand that you're a man who knows his worth. But a woman who's manipulative, a woman who only sees you as a provider, a tool, a convenience, she will crack. She'll try to make you feel guilty. She'll use silence, or tears, or passive aggression. She might suddenly say, wow, I guess you don't love me then. Or, you've changed. Or, you're being selfish. Pay attention, because that isn't love talking. That's control. The real test is this: can she handle not getting her way? Because if she can't handle your no, she'll never respect your yes. If she breaks down over a boundary now, what do you think she'll do when life gets harder? If you always bend just to keep her happy, you're not in a relationship. You're in submission. And that's not masculine. That's dangerous. Most men fail this test because they're afraid to lose her. They say yes when they want to say no. They give when they're empty. They chase when they should have paused. And they slowly lose their peace, their power, and their self-respect. Until one day they look in the mirror and realize they've built a connection with someone who never respected them, only what they could offer. But the strong man, he tests early, silently. He says no, and watches. Not with anger, not with fear, with awareness. Because the right woman, she'll hear your no, and still stay close. She might be hurt, but she'll honor your decision. The wrong woman, she'll turn cold, distant, emotional, or disappear. Not because you changed, but because her access to control was denied. So test her early. Say no when needed. Not to be cruel, but to be clear. And when you say no, don't explain endlessly. Don't beg for understanding. Don't panic if she pulls away. Because how she reacts to your no tells you everything about whether she's safe to love or a danger you haven't seen yet. Remove the gifts and the attention. If you really want to know why she's in your life, you have to stop giving for a while. Not forever. Not to punish her. Just long enough to see clearly. Because most women won't show their true self when everything is perfect. They show their truth when the comfort disappears. Stop giving. Start observing. You've been giving her your time, your energy, your attention. Maybe you buy her things. Maybe you text her first every day. Maybe you plan everything, provide everything, protect everything. That's great if it's being reciprocated. But here's the test. End 1. Stop texting her first. End of quote. W. Don't plan the next hangout. W. And DJ. Don't pay for every little thing. W1. End 1. Don't chase. Don't pour. Don't overfunction. End 1. Just pull back, calmly, quietly. No explanation. And watch. Because when the benefits stop, so do the pretenders. Some women are with you because of you. Others are with you because of the benefits. And the problem is, you can't tell the difference when you're overgiving. As long as she's getting what she wants, she'll smile. She'll say, "I miss you." She'll play the part. But if you stop giving, and she disappears, she was never really there for you. She was there for the access. She loved the gifts. She loved the attention. She loved the energy. But she didn't love you. This test isn't about games. It's about truth. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's not about making her suffer. It's about seeing what's real. Because a woman who truly values you, she won't panic when you slow down. She won't throw a fit because you didn't send good morning texts. She won't vanish just because you didn't pay for dinner once. She'll stay. She'll check on you. She'll make the effort too. But the one who was there for comfort and convenience, she'll distance herself the moment things get uncomfortable. She'll say, "You've changed." She'll pull back because the benefit faucet stopped flowing. And that's your answer. Don't confuse interest with attachment to benefits. Many men fall for this trap. She replies fast. She always wants to see you. She seems warm and caring. But the truth is, that behavior was conditional. It was based on what she was getting, not who you are. And when the giving slows down, she doesn't know how to stay. She detaches because her real connection was not with you. It was with the lifestyle, the attention, the energy, the benefits. So, pull back to protect yourself. You deserve someone who values your presence, not just your provision. Someone who loves your mind, your values, your time, not just the gifts, the dinners, or the emotional highs. So, test it. Give less. And see if she shows up more or disappears without a trace. Because if she only loved the benefits, she never truly loved you. Disagree with her and hold your ground. Most men lose themselves in a relationship not because they're weak, but because they're afraid. Afraid to speak up. Afraid to disagree. Afraid to set boundaries in case she walks away. So they stay silent. They nod along. They become someone she can control, not someone she can respect. But here's the truth. If a woman can't respect your disagreement, she can never truly respect you. Disagreement isn't disrespect, it's strength. You don't have to fight. You don't have to raise your voice. You just need to stand firm. Let her know. Daplu1. I don't see it that way. Daplu1. Daplu1. That doesn't work for me. Daplu1. Daplu. I have a different opinion. End 1. Say it calmly. Say it clearly. And then watch. This is one of the most powerful tests of all because most women are used to men agreeing just to keep them happy. They're used to men who say yes to avoid drama, who fold under pressure, who trade their truth for temporary peace. But when you say no, when you stand up for what you believe in, when you stay calm but refuse to back down, that's when you see who she really is. The wrong woman will punish you for thinking differently. She might raise her voice. She might guilt-trip you. She might say, "Wow, so you don't care about me," or "You never listen," or "You're so stubborn." Why? Because your disagreement threatens her control. She's not used to resistance. She's not used to a man who won't bend just to keep her comfortable. So instead of listening, she attacks. Instead of respecting your honesty, she makes you feel wrong for having it. And that, brother, is a huge red flag. But the right woman, she'll still respect you even when you disagree. She might be surprised. She might challenge your view. She might even feel emotional about it. But she won't shame you. She won't try to control you. She won't make you feel like you have to surrender your identity to stay in her world. Because she sees you as a man, not a mirror. She wants a partner, not a puppet. This test saves you from losing yourself. Most men don't test this early enough. They keep agreeing, keep compromising, keep giving in, until one day they wake up and realize they don't even recognize themselves anymore. They've changed everything about who they are, just to keep her happy. But at what cost? Self-respect, peace of mind, masculine direction. Hold your ground and watch her reaction. A woman who is mature will value your opinion even when it's not the same as hers. She may disagree, but she won't destroy the relationship over it. She'll feel safe knowing she's with a man who has a spine. She'll respect you more because you don't fold like the others. But a woman who is emotionally immature will make every disagreement feel like betrayal. And that's not love. That's control. Final reminder for this test. Say your truth. Disagree calmly. Hold your position. And don't flinch. Because her reaction doesn't just reveal her opinion. It reveals her capacity to handle a man. And if she can't handle your disagreement today, she will never support your leadership tomorrow. Observe, don't react. This is where most men fail. They react too quickly. They explain too much. They try to fix, to prove, to beg, to please. And in doing so, they lose the very power that would have protected them. Stop. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to debate. You don't even need to argue. Sometimes the greatest strength is silence. Watch. Don't chase. When you test her by saying no, by pulling back, by disagreeing, don't follow her reaction with emotion. Follow it with observation. If she pulls away, don't chase. If she guilt-trips you, don't explain. If she uses silence, don't panic. Just watch. Because when you stay calm, when you don't react emotionally, when you let her reveal herself without trying to fix it, you get the clearest picture of who she really is. Why observation is so powerful. When you observe her behavior, instead of reacting to it, You take back control. You stop being pulled by emotion and start moving with intention. You're no longer trying to win her approval. You're focused on something more important. Does she even deserve access to you? 1. Does she stay kind when she doesn't get her way? 1. Does she respect you even when she's upset? 2. Does she care about your feelings or just how much she can take from you? 1. These answers don't come from words. They come from watching her actions. Most women will reveal themselves if you stay silent long enough. You don't need to force the truth. You don't need to pressure her to confess who she really is. You just need to give her space to show it. Let her reaction unfold. Let her behavior speak. Let the silence do what your words can't. Because people can lie with their mouth, but they always tell the truth with their patterns. Reacting makes you emotional. Observing makes you dangerous. The emotional man is easy to manipulate. He panics when she pulls away. He argues when she guilt trips. He explains when she blames. He gets played because he's always reacting. But the man who observes? He's quiet. He's still. He watches everything and reveals nothing. He doesn't rush to fix or please or rescue. He simply sees her clearly and then chooses from power, not pressure. This is how you protect your mind, your peace, and your future. You don't need to catch her doing something wrong. You don't need drama to confirm your doubts. Just set a standard, hold a boundary, and then fall silent. Let her reveal her truth. Let her energy tell the story. Let her reaction decide if she belongs in your life or was just passing through to take what she could. Final note on observation. When you observe without reacting, you remove the mask from the relationship. You stop being a provider of comfort, and you start being a mirror of truth. And not every woman can handle that mirror. Some will shatter when you stop feeding the illusion. Let them go. Let the silence filter what your eyes have been too loyal to see. Because a woman who is real will stand strong even when tested. But the one who was pretending? She will fold the moment your reaction disappears. So watch closely. Say little. And when she shows you who she really is, believe her. Now you know the truth. You don't test a woman by playing games. You test her by being a man with standards. Say no and see if she respects it. Pull back and see if she still stays. Disagree and see if she still values you. Stay silent and let her reveal herself. Because the real test is not what you give. It's what happens when you stop giving. The woman who loves your strength will rise with you. The one who was pretending will vanish the moment your benefits do. And that's not rejection. That's protection. Too many men break down because they gave everything to a woman who failed every silent test. But they were too afraid to look, too desperate to keep her, too reactive to see the signs. Don't be that man. Stand firm. Stay calm. Lead with presence, not pressure. Because the man who tests early is the man who doesn't suffer later. And if you've ever tested a woman and seen her true side show up the moment you stopped giving, drop a comment below. I saw the truth. Let's see how many men are finally waking up, standing tall, and leading from self-respect, not fear. Your peace matters. Your energy matters. And your heart? It should never be given to someone who fails the test of character. Test her, calmly, silently, and believe what you see.